some work to do. Remember, the national championships are next month in Portland. Right now, Evan Lysacek, a surprise leader over Johnny Weir and then Ryan Yankee. So you've got 3 Americans, the top 3 spots. But on the ice right now, the reigning world silver medalist from France, 20-year-old Brian Joubert.
Remember the music. It's from the motion picture 1492, The Conquest of Paradise.
Remember what skater who now lives and trains in Detroit skated to this? Todd Eldridge.
Absolutely.
By the way, Ryan Yankee's marks ranging from 5.0 to 5.6 overall. And as I mentioned, he's currently in 3rd.
Now this may or may not be his quad toe. Well, it had a lot of revolutions, but not a very strong landing.
He has just skyrocketed to the top, winning the European title last year, came in 2nd in the world at the World Championships to Yevgeny Plushenko, but might have leveled off a bit this season.
But look, you see, look at this. I mean, here he too is falling out of that triple axel.
Dick, I mentioned it a moment ago. I want to get your reaction, your thoughts on this, because here's a guy who just came out of nowhere seemingly to become one of the top 3 skaters. Last year, top 2 skaters in the world. But this year, there is a feeling that he's not progressing from this point. Do you agree?
You have to move beyond yourself every year, and I don't think he has done that at this point. I think there was some help in his moves, but he's not, you can't. You're asking me at exactly the wrong moment. No, he hasn't progressed, and I think it's hurting him that that's the case. You know, technique is something that has to stand you through no matter what position, no matter what year it is, no matter what your condition or your feelings are. And I think with too many of the skaters, they suffer on that score. He has a wonderful arc into his skates, wonderful smooth edges coming out. I mean, he's been absolutely brilliant on it. And here again, he's just not up to his performance. I think there's a tremendous pressure on these guys. Winning one, losing one, winning one, losing one. You know, it's a very competitive scene. Many of the moves that he does are reminiscent of what Alexei Yagudin did. He's been trying to change that somewhat, but he hasn't really developed his own style yet. Something he has to do.
Alexei Yagudin, of course, the Olympic champion. This has not been the men's competition we expected. With Weir's struggles, now Joubert's struggles. Don't forget the world champ still to come. We got the ladies and the top 3 names there still to come. Kwan, Cohen, Slutskaya in the ladies' field.
And these straight line steps, very reminiscent of Yagudin, and really not developed to his own style of skating. And even there, he's just quite not capable of doing the lightness that those steps called for. just not a finish that is up to a skater of this level. He kind of fell out of that ending and just drizzled it off. Not his best night by any means. And you can see it on his face there.
I think he's a bit shocked right now at that performance. I haven't seen one like that for quite some time for the world silver medalist, Brian Joubert.
Now, the opening of the program showed this quadruple toe loop. Good revolution, but the landing faulty. He wasn't able to hold that edge, and he went down, and in fact, the program went downhill from here on out.
Joubert and his coach, Laurent Depuy, shaking their heads. Not having a laugh right now, a little bit in the kiss and cry, but that is a performance that is very rare. Now the marks, the 5-2, 5-3 range. Low.
Well, you know, when you stop to see it, he only did 4 clean triples. He touched down on a quad. He fell on 1 triple axel. He stepped out of the other. He slipped off the Lutz jump.
Presentation
Not a good record.
5-5 to 5-7 for Joubert. He's in second. Evan Lysacek is still your leader. He wouldn't have been on the board in Vegas before this started.